It can be frightening to be caught in the middle of a raging typhoon. Naalala ko yung mga malalakas sa bagyo dati sa Bulacan. There would be no school and we'd be holed up at home as strong rains and wind hit our house. I can still hear in my mind how the howling wind sounded and how the rains would batter on our tin roof so loudly we could not hear each other when we talked. Nakakatakot. Parang tatangayin ng bagyo yung bahay namin. And then, after 30 minutes of terror, it would be all over. Throughout the ordeal, all we prayed for was for the storm to just pass through with nothing bad happening to us. As we go through life, we encounter different kinds of storms, the storms of life, as some would say. They come in varying degrees and intensity. And the ones we fear the most, the ones we wish we didn't have to go through, are the ones that involve life and death, especially of loved ones, or intense pain and suffering, especially our own. Or when whatever we worked hard for, business, wealth, reputation, even family relationships, are under threat of being taken away. During such times when there is nothing humanly possible that we can do to remedy our situation, we fall down on our knees in desperation and cry out to God. I can almost guess what everyone would pray about. Lord, take this problem away from me. You know, this is almost the same prayer that Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane. We can read it in the Gospel of Luke. Right after the Passover meal, Jesus invited his closest disciples, Peter, James, and John, to join him as he went out to pray. He didn't want to be alone during his most trying time. And this is what happened. And he withdrew from them about a stone's throw and knelt down and prayed, saying, Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. And there appeared to him an angel from heaven, strengthening him. When Jesus prayed that this cup be removed, he was of course referring to the fate awaiting him on the cross. People in their culture normally talked about the cup as one's lot or experience, whether happy or otherwise. It can mean something God allows to happen in our lives, divine appointments, whether favorable or unfavorable. And Jesus prayed that this cup be removed from him. The Father did not allow his cup to just pass him by, to be removed. That cup was something he had to go through. It was God's will to be done, because it would accomplish the grand purpose of God for the salvation of man, for the reconciliation of the world to himself, and for his rule to ultimately be done on earth as it is in heaven. And while the Father did not change the lot of Jesus, an angel was on hand to help him, to strengthen him. When we go through storms in life, and when we're praying to God to take away our problems, don't be disappointed when God does not seem to do as you say. God is still God. Be reminded that God may be fulfilling his deeper purposes in you as he allows you to go through suffering. But, just like the Lord Jesus, do be on your knees in prayer. Pray fervently. Pray intently. Pray without ceasing. And I'm sure God will send his angels to be right there with you to assist you, to strengthen you. Always keep in mind that as we are on our knees in prayer through the storms of life, and especially when God does not seem to remove the cup away from us, faith matters too.